Yeah, you're about to get served. Recommend you surrender, or your feelings are about to get injured. You only got 3 chances to return to sender. So huddle up and throw some emergency measures into your conversation. You gon' respect this side of the net. Let's get on with the initiation. Yeah, welcome to the smack fest, the beat down. The SWAT team is here on another beautiful day of shutting the week down. We going for kills, not here for the thrills. Man, after this match, I'm talking about they may have to shut the beach down. Today, consider us your very strict parents, and you have disobeyed us. About to give you a reason to hate us. We gon' make you a boss, you be the boss. Because on this side of the fence, be a team.
Hey guys, we've been working, now with Daiwa developing technique-specific Tatula Elite rods, and now we're doing the Tatula Elite reels. This is a technique-specific P and F reel, which is pitch and flip reel. So this reel is just right to pitch and flip in heavy cover, and that's why we wanted a reel like this. And what makes it so amazing, among many things, aluminum frame and side plate, but it's this big 100mm handle with this EVA big power knob. So when you pitch in that heavy cover, a lot of times you set the hook and try to get fish out of grass and your hand slips off a reel handle. That's the biggest way you can get slack and lose a fish. But with this big power handle, you're able to hammer down. When you set that hook, boom, and you got that big knob in your hand, you can pull them out of that cover really good. High speed retrieve, like I say, no flex because the aluminum frame and side plate, heavy duty drag. So this is the reel. P&F, if you're a pitch and flip guy, you got to get this Tatula Elite pitch and flip reel. And see how I just did that? When I pitch and flip and skip docks especially, one thing about our Daiwa reels, it's kind of exclusive. I don't think any other manufacturer is putting that quick engage thumb bar on their reels, but on all our Daiwa reels, including this Tatula Elite pitch and flip reel, that's a quick engage. And instantly, I do that without even thinking about it. And so when that bait hits the water, it's engaged. And now I'm ready to set the hook, because you get a lot of your bites flipping and pitching in shallow water the instant the bait hits the water. And if you switch hands and then engage, or even if you just have to wait and engage like this, you're 2 to 3 seconds slower than I am by using that quick engage thumb bar. So remember that. That's something you can teach yourself to do and be more efficient as a flipping pitcher and a skipper, but you got to have a Daiwa reel to be able to use that because we're the only ones that has it.
So another thing about the Tatula Elite reel is basically a technique specific reel, and this is the PF model. The Tatula PF stands for pitch and flip. What's really neat about this, a couple things. The spool is very shallow, and a couple things about the shallow spool. You don't need that much line for pitching and flipping, so it's gonna be a shallower spool. But what that does is it decreases the weight around the middle of the spool. So the neat thing about that is there's less centrifugal force when that spool is going to slow it down. It's the same idea with the SV spool. So when you make that pitch or flip, you're not gonna get any kind of overrun because it's very lightweight around the center of that spool. Another thing we did is added a 100mm handle, a bigger handle with bigger knobs. Also has 13 pounds of drag, so you can really button this thing down to where if you're flipping heavy cover, heavy weight, braided line, with this big strong handle, no drag to get those fish in the boat. It's going to come in higher gear ratio models, so you can pick up that line and get a good hook set. So the technique specific, the PF model for pitch and flip in the Tatula Elite is a very good reel to have in your arsenal.
I want to talk to you guys about the new Tatula Elite pitching and flipping reel. Everybody knows that I love to pitch and flip. Now Daiwa's designed a reel for me that I can go pitch and flip all across the country with. The first thing I love about this reel is we're talking a big 100mm handle. And with that 100mm handle, I can actually grab onto the handle and have a good cranking power for pulling those fish out of heavy cover. 8-to-1 gear ratio, 7-to-1 gear ratio. You're going to be able to have that torque that you need in those heavy cover situations and in the light cover situations when you're pitching and flipping. We're talking about super strong gears. Aluminum frame, aluminum side plate make this reel super durable and really, really light. I'm super excited about the new Tatula pitching and flipping Elite reel just because it's going to be the reel for me when I'm out there on tour. So check out the Daiwa Tatula Elite pitching and flipping reel, and I guarantee you're going to catch more fish.